is a social enterprise working on public art commissions, and we work exclusively with adults with mental health problems. All our members are referred to the group by various mental health services, people that they think will benefit from coming to the group, and they just need to show an interest in creativity and art and working together on a creative piece. And we then do all the training in-house, mainly done actually by the other members, and members support each other in learning new skills.
The thing about the project group, it is a business, and it's a business in art and design, which is a very competitive market. That's why we employ quite often established artists and designers to work with us, because we have to tender for public art commissions. We have to design and make products that will sell in that marketplace. But at the heart of that competitive business, there's a social purpose. The project group can't be a cutting-edge business, and it can't be a nurturing, supportive environment. It has to be both those things. It has to be both those things in equal proportion to make it work, to make it viable and to make it sustainable, and actually to inspire people and to move people forward.
When I first started at the project, it was literally a hook to kind of hang on to, because I really did feel I was plummeting down a great deep shaft, really, darker and deeper and deeper. And it was literally a hook and a handhold just to grab onto.
Being depressed is having no joy in anything at all. Nothing would lift you. You would look out and it would be a beautiful day, the sun would be shining, and you look at it and you just think, yeah, so doesn't do anything for you.
I mean, literally, I was just given some shards of coloured glass, and I picked up some very basics of cutting and rearranging them. I suppose in many ways it was almost like looking at my experience, I suppose, really, taking the bits and pieces of that, rearranging them and then firing them up in the kiln, and at the end of it coming out with something incredibly beautiful. I suppose in many ways what sort of happens here is very different to what happens in, if you like, conventional treatments or conventional support for folks with mental health problems. In sort of many ways, instead of just perhaps at best kind of putting a lid on or helping someone understand how something's happened, there's a transformation occurs. It's transformation through very, very simple action.
I really love the glass work we do. That's my favourite, and also the pottery that was just started recently as well. I love my pottery. I'm really hands-on. I like practical, and I also like helping others as well. Just getting stuck in there and making really nice things to sell, and I also buy some for myself too.
Things I've learned with glass making, the sewing machines as well, embroidery, you know, and also wood. Things I brought myself as well through carving, wood carving, wire sculpture. So, you know, I've done a little bit of teaching as well, which helped me along, I suppose, a bit.
It's a very supportive environment, and I think that environment matters and people care, and I think that is where the project group really lies. Its strength is that it cares.
I was a bit frightened of people at one time. I think that they were talking about me and things like that and looking at me, but now, thank you for this place, this project group, I'm okay.
What the project group does for people is that it gives us the confidence to actually try new things and to understand other people. And it's just teaching us sort of how to do things, how to adapt, and there's no pressure.
At the project group, we don't outwardly discuss symptoms, illnesses, unless people particularly want to. However, just by encouraging each other and by one person producing a piece of work and being encouraged by another member, just by saying, wow, that's really good, it gives you inner confidence. And there's not many places that I've found that I've been able to have that, really.
being able to interact with people over a period of time has brought me out of myself again and brought me back to where I was once quite a while ago. If I'd have been left to my own devices to sit at home as I was, I wouldn't be here at all. I would be dead.
When people come to the project group, sometimes what they need at that time is the supportive, the loving, the community, the feeling of being part of something. But maybe when they're a little stronger, maybe when things are starting to clear a bit, what they actually want is the challenge. They want to be challenged, they want to be pushed, they want to see themselves out there, they want to sell their work, they want to be up there with the artists they've seen come to teach. They want to aspire to something. So I think people would experience both sides of the project group at different times in their own recovery.
We see wonderful success stories, people who come and who are really, really ill when they first come to the project group. And then we see the story of them developing through coming here. And when they then tell us that they've either found a job or a volunteer role and want to move on, quite often that's sad because we've come to really know those people and really know their story of how they've developed. But it's also incredibly exciting to see that they feel that they can go out there and, you know, brave the world in a way.
Winning the Queen's Award was a real highlight. It was a really big lift. It was fantastic to be able to, be part of that. It made me feel quite important as well, because I was a part of that, and it was really encouraging.
From becoming a member, then going on to actually having paid employment with the project group was an enormous boost. Because I hadn't worked for a long, long time, so it was an amazing opportunity. Seeing people just blossom from being, this tight shell and then just blossoming out into this beautiful flower. I know it sounds corny, but that's what you see. And knowing that you had a part in that, you were able to help someone along that path that you went through, that gives me a big boost.
And they bring in modern artists, and it's like, wow, I've just had a lesson with Noria, who's made a bag for the Queen of Malaysia or a bag for Madonna, It's like they bring artists in to train us and apply it to recycled materials or commissions, the skills that we've learned.
I think the best thing is knowing that however little you're able to contribute, that you're contributing to something that's going to give other people a lot of pleasure. It's very stimulating, it makes you feel good.
When I first came here through a work project, I thought, wow, what is this place? And from that first meeting, I thought, I want to come and do voluntary work here. And it's just such an amazing place.
It's about taking whatever seed you are as you come in and allowing the potential of that seed to flower or to fruit or to grow strong again, because the potential remains there. And so the project group itself is a very fertile garden, a perfect place for people to regrow, really, and to produce, as part of that growing, a very, very beautiful place to be.
I've never been to a group that I felt so welcome to. I've recently been unwell for 2 months and thus haven't been here. When I came back, it was like seeing a group of friends, and that made me feel so welcoming that I can't explain that.
And it's really magic when somebody's really down and another person comes and just, without anything being said, they just look after each other. And they might not even talk about it, they just sit together and work on a piece together and then admire what they've done in that day. So I think the magic is that great combination of the people that come to the group and what they do together and what they achieve together, and to then see the final piece and be proud of it as a group.
It is amazing that the skills you get from the project group, the communication, the support and help is always there.
Certainly 12 months ago, sitting here would never have, absolutely never have happened.
My place of well-being now, I think, is quite good. When I came it wasn't good, and now I'm in a different place and I do different jobs here, and that is very special to be able to do that.
I think it's a great place.
I'm just so happy that I had the opportunity to come here.
The project group have helped be the making of me. They've given me a lot of faith, a lot of, I don't know what I'd do without the project group.
It's like a little jewel in a tiny little market town, and I found it.